this idea of, as we sit, we're looking for peace in oneself so that then we can take that out. Yeah, the first time that you do it, it's a little bit strange, definitely. It's like your first piano lesson. You know, the first time that you go to a piano lesson and you're taught how to play the scales, you think you'll never be able to do it. And absolutely, the more that you practice, the easier it becomes. But it's interesting to notice, isn't it, how the first time that we try to actually get our mind to focus on one thing, we notice how much our mind wanders about and jumps about from one thing to another. I remember, well, I'm still amazed a lot of the time, what my mind is thinking about and how little control I have over that. And whilst that can be good, it can also get to the point where it's just exhausting. So it's the same idea that when we sit and rest, it's actually allowing our mind to rest too, so that we can get into this state where we are calmer in life and therefore we think more clearly. So the peacefulness is so that we can see things more clearly, think more clearly, and therefore respond rather than react. So that's a good question, Elska, but how often do you think you should practice? Every day or when you have a stressful period? So in terms of an actual seated practice, the research definitely shows that practicing maybe for a few minutes twice a day, maybe for up to 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, or 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night, within 8 to 10 weeks, your brain actually looks different on a brain scan, which is incredible. But you can actually rewire your brain. It's called neuroplasticity, where you can teach your brain to reset that stress response. But I wouldn't recommend trying to put in that much meditation right from the beginning. So I would recommend that whenever you remember, you just come back and maybe for 3 breaths, just count 3 breaths, 3 rocking, or maybe 7 steps where you just feel your feet on the floor. And if you've got your feet on the floor now, can you just flex one foot and then the other foot against the floor? Taking your whole attention to how your foot feels against the floor. So as though you're walking. And really notice all the muscles in your feet. Maybe a sense of the bones inside flexing. And if you're lying, of course, you can be flexing your feet as well. And for some people, the physical movement is easy as well. So in terms of, if you think back to the first definition of mindfulness as a way of being, a way of living, is that when I wake up first thing in the morning, I'm aware of my mind leaping ahead into the day. And I just remember to smile and just lie there and just kind of let my body be rocked and enjoy the warmth of the bed for a little while. Just feeling my breathing and then letting my mind settle. And then when I settle, then I get up and then I feel my feet on the floor, the texture of my dressing gown as I take it off the end of the bed. I look out the window, open the window, feel the air against my skin. And in other words, I'm starting to try and approach the day calmly rather than rushing into it, which is my natural personality. So what you can do, and you'll see as we go through to tonight, is take just the way that your life is at the moment and pay a kind, compassionate attention to it as you do each of the different things that you're doing.